So as you all know, 4K footage really takes a while to transfer to your computer. So recently Orico has sent me this device to speed up that process. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video from BuriedONE. Today I'm going to show you BuriedONE.com V2.0. So BuriedONE.com was pretty old school and I decided to just remake the whole website, and I'm going to try and make it better than it was ever before. But today I'm only going to show you how to build your rig. So soon enough, one of you guys have asked me to make some sort of system so you can choose which GPUs you want to use, like Nvidia or AMD, and how many GPUs you want to use, and that we are gonna be making some sort of rig building wizard so you can see which parts you need to buy for your mining rig. And that was a really good idea, and soon enough we will do that of course too. And also there's gonna be one more feature coming soon. We're gonna make our own BuriedONE.com web shop with mining rig parts like risers and cards and whatsoever. So keep in touch with that. But today I'm gonna try and explain it really quickly. Okay, so if you go to the build your rig link over there, you can see that there's a drop down with GPU, motherboard, CPU, RAM, storage and whatsoever. So actually that is for getting you to quick tabs of these parts that you need for your mining rig. So for example, you need some storage on your mining rig and you really don't know what to buy, you can just click storage and you will be redirected straight away to the SSDs, because that's really useful. And I also put on the storage quantity, like 120 gigabytes, and the read and write speeds of the SSDs. So if you want to know how fast your SSDs are, you can see it over there. But of course, we have many more to show you. So first of all, you can see in the right bottom below that there is an arrow. If you click that arrow, you will be redirected all the way back to the top, and you can use the quick access again to go to the following parts. So for example, if you need GPUs, that are of course on the first step, motherboards are second, CPUs are third, RAM is fourth, and so on. So if you want to go to the GPUs, of course, you can just click on the GPUs and you will be redirected to the GPUs straight away. So first of all, you need to be choosing your graphics cards. AMD graphics cards are better at Ethereum mining, as everyone knows, but people that don't know that, that's why I mentioned it on the top part over here. Nvidia graphics cards, for example, are better at Zcash mining than Ethereum mining, because they're pretty costly for what they can do on Ethereum mining. So that's what I explain on the first part. After that, you can see that we have so many graphics cards with their estimated hash rates, but soon enough we will also go and benchmark every single card on our benchmark rig, and we will fill in the exact hash rates of Zcash, Ethereum and Monero onto this database, let's say. So it's going to be a shop and a database at the same time, so we have everything together. But of course, you can buy the 2GB version on Amazon and the 4GB version for the RX 460s. You can also buy the 4 and 8GB versions for the 470s and so on. So we have really a lot of graphics cards filled into this web shop, and that's the reason why we put this arrow on the right bottom corner, so you can just skip it and go to the next part. So for example, if you buy, for example, 6 RX 460s with 2GB versions, you can just click it and you will be redirected to Amazon in a second tab next to your website, let's say, of BuriedONE.com. You can just add like 6 cards to your card, and then don't get the protection plans, we don't really need that. But then you can go back, you can click on the right bottom corner to go back to the top, and we're gonna go and buy a motherboard for our mining rig. So for example, we're gonna be using the ASRock H81 Pro BTC R2.0. We can go on Amazon and add this one to the card too. And of course, there's gonna be a lot of people that are saying like, hey, this is Amazon.com, I can't really order over there. But of course, we will also change that in the future, so you can select Amazon for France, Germany, United States, you can go for United Kingdom and whatsoever. I will try and add all of them onto this market, so you can just choose your whole mining rig on your Amazon that you need, and all the parts are going to be about the same, and we are also going to use the rig building wizard, so that's going to be really sick for everyone to have really simplicity on building your mining rig. So let's go on to the next thing we need. So we just chose our motherboard, and as you can see, there's a CPU socket called LGA1150 that goes onto this board. And also, as I said before, we were using 6 graphics cards, and this motherboard is supporting 6 graphics cards. That's what I always will mention on all the parts that are available here. So it's also gonna need DDR3 RAM. So first of all, if you wanna buy your CPU, you can just click your LGA1150 on the motherboard, and you will be redirected straight away to the LGA1150 CPUs. So we're gonna buy the cheapest one over here, the G1840, and then we're gonna be ending up on Amazon again. We're gonna add it to cart, and we're gonna proceed on to the next step. So next up, we are gonna go back to the motherboard that we just selected. So we go to the right bottom corner, back to the motherboards, and then we're gonna click DDR3 RAM, and we will be redirected to the DDR3 RAM again straight away, and we're gonna use the Corsair Vengeance. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and add this to the card, and of course you can see that we're gonna be using 2 4GB version of these RAMs, so you can also use this for your second mining rig later on. So no thanks on the protection plan again, and there we go. So we have our motherboard, our GPUs, our CPU, and our RAM already. So what we need is we need a storage. So we're gonna use the Kingston one from Amazon as well, because Kingston is one of my favorites. So let's add it to cart as well, and let's go back. So as you can see, it's really easy to build your mining rig right now with this setup, so you really don't forget anything on what you need. So we also need a power supply. We're gonna be using let's see, we're gonna be using a 1200 P2 from EVGA. These are kind of expensive, but as you can see, it's already sold out over here. So let's add this to cart over here, because $300 is pretty okay for that power supply. So now that we have our power supply, we also need risers, and of course you can buy single risers, but you can also buy 6 packs of risers. So we're gonna do that too, and soon enough you will be able to buy BuriedONE.com risers too, and that will be situated onto the shop next to it. So as you can see, we're gonna be buying these over here, the 6-pack of the PCIe version 006, because those are kind of the best ones around. So let's add them onto our mining card as well, and add it to the cart. There we go. So now we have almost everything that we need. So we have risers, power supplies, storage, RAM, CPUs, motherboards, and a GPU. But of course, you also need a frame and extras. But I'm sorry, those two are not filled in completely, but that will be very soon. So you will need a power button and whatsoever to connect your computer to, or let's say mining rig. And you will need a screen, of course, but I think everyone has a screen or an old TV laying around in their house. So we don't really need that, but of course I will put those in the extras as well, on mouses, keyboards, screens, HDMI cables and whatsoever. So keep in mind that we're also gonna do that. But of course, we just made a complete mining rig over here with just a few single steps. So as you can see, our subtotal is $1,500 for a pretty cheap RX 460 mining rig. So that's pretty cool to know that how easy this is to build your own mining rig, and hopefully you all enjoyed what I have shown you on building your rig. So hopefully this will help you out really much, and if you have some suggestions about what I just showed you, please put them in the comments below. Okay, so we're gonna test out the USB 3.1 PCIe Express card, but first of all I need to tell you something. I had to remove a GPU, and as soon as I put in the PCIe Express card, for some reason my computer turned on. So that was really weird to know, because this just works like an on and off button for some reason. But of course, we're gonna test out how it's gonna do with regular USB 3.0, and I'm gonna time it for you guys. So I'm gonna transfer it to my SSD, to my documents, and then we're gonna start the timer and see how long it takes to transfer the file with regular USB 3. Okay, so that took us about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So now I'm gonna switch it to the new PCIe Express card for USB transfers, and we're gonna do exactly the same. Okay, so let's give it another try with the new PCIe Express card connected to my phone. Okay, so as you can see, it took 10 seconds longer to transfer the file. So for some reason, my phone couldn't handle the speeds, let's say. But of course, this is only the first test that we've done with this, but I'm gonna switch it back to my GPU and start mining with it. Okay, so maybe I did something wrong on this really weird PCIe Express card, but I'll just find it out myself. But hopefully you all enjoyed this video today, so see you guys in the next one.